Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're playing Palworld and I'm going to be showing you my new base location. I ended up removing the second or the first ore base that I had put down. I had created just a base to collect ore. And then my third PAL box went down, and that also had a bunch of ore in its radius. So I was able to delete or remove the PAL box from the second base and move it to this new location that I'm going to show you today. I'm here in the desert here, and we're going to go over this way where my base is. I do want to point out that both my remote locations are next to one of these magical trees that give you the skill fruit for your pals. So my base is right down here. And what I did with this remote location is this is a coal location. I didn't need any more of the ore. This is all about the coal. And this location, I believe, has 6 coal nodes around it. So let's just hit M here, and I'll show you where I'm at here. Now, I marked where that magical tree is with the loaf of bread icon here. I guess I could have marked it with that one. That would probably be more appropriate. It looks like the little fruits. So this is where I'm at. Now, if I scroll out on the map here, I'm at the most northern part of the map, the continent up here. And again, this is mostly desert area. And this is where I basically put a platform down, and I have Anubises running this camp. It gets cold here at night, so I've got to put my cold gear on. So all my Anubises here just sleep on this platform. And what I ended up doing to make it more to look like an oasis, I just put the hot springs, the upgraded springs around it. I've got 3 of them here around it. So let me just hit M here again. So you're looking at coordinates of 317, 499, I guess, or 320, 500. This is where you'd want to be. The nodes around this whole encampment, and then because I had this clutter of trees here, I did put in the rotation 2 pals that cut trees down efficiently. So if we look at my PAL box and go to management here, it's all Anubises. It's all Anubises. And then 2 of the bigger pals that this one's got a 2 on wood cutting, and this one's got a 3 on wood cutting, just to get rid of those trees or bring in some trees. I mean, I don't really have a tree node in my base anymore that I'm using because I've got so much wood. This is just fluff, just to kind of get it out of the way to clean up the terrain. Did want to show you that I'm going to be replacing Doom very shortly when I get into the next saddle, which is going to be my next level, and I'll explain that in a second. But first, look at Bob. Bob's got 5th level of Guardian of the Desert. Mini Bob's got 4th level of Guardian of the Desert. Booby here has got 4th level Guardian of the Desert, and Sam's got 4th level Guardian of the Desert. And the Guardian of the Desert stacks across the, because they just need to be in your party. So right now, these 4 Anubises, because I've jacked them up, are allowing me to do some major damage when it comes to my shotgun and my rifle. And that's what I'm running right now, is the shotgun in the single shot rifle. Now, let's go to technology. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Keep on scrolling. Keep on. Okay. So this down here, this saddle is what I need next. Now, I'm going to butcher this name if I even attempt it. So I'm just going to call it the Red Dragon. So this Red Dragon here is in my research is a high DPS output critter. Plus you can mount it and ride it. And I can't get the saddle opened until next level, which is a little whiles away because I just got into this new level. Well, what I've done here, folks, is I've already got a mating pair of that red dragon, and I've been pushing out mating eggs, and in my main base, I've got about 30 of them ready to hatch. Because what I need to do is get one that hatches that's got swiftness on it, or nimble, or just something to give me increased movement speed. And muscle head would be nice. So I'm really pushing the mechanics of that, where I'm breeding 2 pairs to hatch a whole bunch of them, so that I'll have a pick of the litter kind of thing when I come to getting the saddle and mounting it. But that means that I will be removing this pal, since I've had from the beginning. It's going to be a sad day, but this pal's been great for me. I've been able to ride it. It does a phenomenal damage. I'm just going to replace it with a better pal for that slot. Now, I also want to point out here, if you need pal oil, the high quality pal oil, this entire area up here is full of critters, pals, that will give that to you. And they're pretty much the same level as me, so I'm getting high experience for it. There's also a 50 level boss here. It's actually a pair of 2 bosses that are together up here. I haven't attempted to take them on yet. But this is the location right where I am, next to one of those fruit trees. Now let me just go to my other base. I'm just going to scroll out here. Now, if I remember correctly, the second base that I had, the mining base, was right here at 6-83. That's where I had originally had my second base that had the ore nodes. And I was able to just delete that area and move to the north there. I did keep this base here, because this base here is my breeding camp, and it's got a whole boatload of the ore nodes in it. So there's a whole bunch of ore nodes here. And again, I'm just running Anubises here to collect them. I am running 2 farms here. So when I need stuff for cakes, like the eggs and the milk and the honey, I'll put some pals in these pens just to collect them. The Anubises will go to the ores and bring me the stuff automatically to the ore automatically to this container. So they'll go out, they'll knock the nodes down, or again, I can just easily collect them myself while I'm here, so they don't have to do the running. But here they are. It's another Anubis army of workers that are just here to do the mining for me. And then when I go up here, this is where my breeding pair, and again, behind this house, I've got one of those fruit trees. So I've got another breeding pair up here, and these are it, folks. So these guys are breeding these eggs. And then when I collect the eggs, I've been sticking the eggs in the incubators. I think I'm up to 117 incubators at this point. Okay, I'm overweight because I picked up those eggs. Whoop, that's not what I want to do. Targus, you hit the wrong button again. Let me just drop some wood here. Don't want to drop that. I don't need these mushrooms. That gives me a little bit of buffer there. I guess because the Anubises will come up here. I'll hold the control down. The Anubises will come up here and collect anything I drop there. They'll come up there and collect those. So I won't be missing out on those. I've got 138 cakes in the hopper right now, just ready to breed the pals that I need bred. And then we're just going to quickly hop over to my main base, which is my starter base. And this is where all the magic happens. This is where I do the cooking. This is where I do the field work. This is where I do all my breeding, or the incubators. So my kitchen is here. I'm constantly cooking salads. I'm constantly cooking cakes. And then if I go in this direction, you'll see that I've got incubators just running both the Anubis eggs and the red dragon eggs. And what I do is I just stick them in these containers. All these containers are full. Actually, this one isn't. So I just continue putting the eggs here, to hold on to them. So when I get the eggs to hatch up here, then I can just swap them out. So no, I got 121. What happens is I add more to the building, and as I add more to the building, I just come and add the total to this sign. So I have 121 total incubators on site here, and this is the only place that I'm running the egg incubators. I've got them out on the deck. I got them in the tower. I pretty much wherever I could stick them, I stuck them. So let's just go here, out here for a second, and throw Doom out. I feel bad that I'm going to be replacing Doom. It's been such a great pal. But as you can see, my entire tower is full of the incubators. And this is my home. This has been my home from day one. This is where I put my feet down on day one. The beginner waypoint, or this is a Eastern Wild Island. That is where you can start the game. This is one of the waypoints that you can start the game. And what I found out, and this is just because I've been living at the spot long enough, this has a protection radius around it, and I fall within that radius. So this building here that I've built has never been raided, has never taken on a raid. Nothing's ever raided it. I've never gotten it here. On my other locations, I get raided all the time. It just happened. I think I'm just tucked close enough. And it's not like I planned to be in a protection zone. It's just this was a cool place to build. It was the perfect place to build because I knew I only could get raided on one side. And it just has not happened. All right, that's it, folks. I just want to update you of my new coal camp. And thank you for joining me. And this has been the Tarkus Zone.